especially now during COVID, we know that smart people, we're investing in our talent. And here's why. Because we know that we're in a time of crisis. And guess what? The first thing that's cut is in the investments that are cut is in professional development and training. Professional development, training are usually the first to go and the most severely severed, and they're the last to return. But innovators, smart leaders, they stop and rethink and reimagine the possible during these difficult times. Every crisis is a chance for an opportunity for a new beginning. So we need to focus. We know that the sector is desperate for the very best talent, especially in education, and especially now. This is not recent a concern, but one that COVID-19 is accelerating. So for many countries, we know that some teachers started to lose their jobs before, especially before the schools started to reopen. However, the number one factor for restabilizing our reopening, restabilizing our economy will be our ability to improve student learning. And how we're going to be able to do that is through quality of teaching. So quality of teaching will lead to better outcomes for young children, and better, whether that's academic or life outcomes. So how can we support quality of our teachers? It is through professional development, it is through trainings, it is continuing to focus on developing our skills through the qualifications that we need. And looking ahead, we really need to, I mean, those of us who are just going to kind of wait it out, see what happens, we may not find a place when all of this comes back. It's those few of us who's deciding to take a significant leap forward, to invest in ourselves, to take care of ourselves, to invest in our education. So when we're able to come out of this, we're going to be we're taking this leap. We're going to have this exponential growth. We're going to be at a different level compared to those other people who just waited it out to see what was going to happen. And that's true not only for yourselves as teachers, even us at Arabian Child, we've been doing the same thing. During COVID, if we had just waited out to see what happens with our face-to-face trainings, we don't think that we would have been able to survive since March. We ourselves, we had to do a lot of changes. We had to invest in new platforms. We had to invest in new training for our staff, for our team members. So what I'm advocating to you is something that we've done ourselves. Even during, I mean, many of you are parents. Think about since March. I mean, did we let our kids kind of just hang around the house, or in the summertime, just watching movies or being on their phones? Well, some of us, at times all of us did that, but some of us really, pushed our kids to do some education, reading things, taking some online courses. And it's the same that we have to do for ourselves. If we don't take this leap now, if we don't invest in ourselves now, then once this all blows over, we're going to blow over with it. So we really need to take calculated risks, and investing in your education has never been more important. For rebuilding our communities, COVID is amplifying this need. We need to focus on education, and quality teachers will be one of the most important protectors. We need to look after our teachers. We need to make sure that teachers are getting focused attention. They not only represent the future of the profession, but they also play a central role in reinforming what happens now as we reopen schools and nurseries. COVID-19 is presenting this opportunity where we're able to get qualifications that may have been out of our reach physically financially. But now with the virtual and blended learning options, they're available. Anybody can access them, no matter what you're doing now, where you are. It is now in our reach so much more than compared to before. We need to put that training needs ultimately because it's going to benefit our student. So this is our message. We believe that you need to select a program, whether it's with Arabian Child or with some other entity. You need to start thinking about using this time to elevate your qualifications, elevate your career, and just give it a boost. And that's what we need to focus on. Because I think that if we wait to see what happens, we're going to lose.